Good morning students, welcome back. Today I'll teach you physics. In physics I'll teach you about Newton's laws. So you basically know Newton has given 3 Newton's law. You must know this because it will play a very important role in your studies. So Newton's first law, if I'll talk about that in words, how will you explain that? So we can simply say Newton's first law states that when a body is in rest, it will remain in rest. Or when a body is in motion, it will remain in motion. Unless and until an external force applied on it. Understood? So, in simple words we can say that when a body means it's a marker, it will in a position of rest, so it will remain in rest until and unless some force is applied on it, then it will move. Or you can take an example of a vehicle. When it is in a speed, it means it is in a motion, so it will remain in a motion unless and until you apply brake on it, where brake is playing the role of a what? Brake is playing a role of external force which are applied on that vehicle. So this is the Newton's first law of motion. Now we talk about Newton's second law of motion. Second law of Newton states that the rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to the force applied across its end. So I will write it mathematically that what I am saying, the rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to the force applied across its end. So mathematically we can write F is directly proportional to A. So F, if we remove the directly proportional sign, that one constant will come, and that constant is M and A. And A is what? It is the acceleration, it is the mass, and it is the force. The second Newton's law is what? The rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to the force applied across its end. From the second Newton's law of motion, you got the mathematically F equals to ma. And you all know that the SI unit of force is Newton and the CGS unit of force is dyne. So now 2 laws of Newton is complete. Now we will go to third law. Third law is very easy, that to every action there is equal and opposite reaction, but action on one body and reaction on another body means action and reaction both will not take place on a single body. Means if your teacher slaps you on your cheek, so action is going on teacher's hand and reaction is going on your cheeks. So it is the Newton's third law of motion. Now there are 3 expressions which you will use in calculating the values that is in your syllabus. They are, first is V equals to U plus AT. Second is S equals to UT plus half AT square. Third is V square equals to U square plus 2AS. Here are the 3 expressions which I have written. First is V equals to U plus AT. So now you will confuse that what is V, what is U, what is A, what is T, what is S. So I will tell you V is the final velocity, U is the initial velocity, A is the acceleration, T is the time. V is what? Final velocity, U is initial velocity, A is acceleration, T is time. Now you will think, what is S? S is the displacement. So all the terms are clear. V is final velocity, U is initial velocity, A is acceleration, T is time, S is displacement. Now you should know what is acceleration. Acceleration is simply, we can define as the rate of change of velocity is known as acceleration. So in your books there are the numericals. Based on this, they will give you the initial velocity, the final velocity and time. You have to calculate the acceleration. So acceleration, time, you all have to take out by using these three expressions. Now you should know what is displacements also, because students will confuse in distance and displacement. Displacement is simply what? It is also a distance, but the shortest distance between 2 points is known as displacement. Let's suppose it's a rectangle A, B, C, D. Say it is 10 meters, it is 5 meters, it is 10 meters, it is 5 meters. Now if somebody asks you what is the distance between D to B, so it is DA is 5, AB is 10, so distance is 15. But displacement is what? The diagonal. From this point you can directly go to this point, that is B. And this is 10, this is 5. So you can apply Pythagoras theorem over here and you can calculate the distance dB, and that comes out to be under root 125. It is less than the distance which is coming, DA 5 and AB 10, it is 15, it is 125. So like this you can do your questions. I have told you what is acceleration, I have told you what is displacement. Now U and V. U is the initial velocity. In some case, question will say, numerical will say, when a body is at rest, it means initially the body is what? It is on rest. At that time, the initial velocity you will consider as 0, and it attain a speed of 10 meters per second in 5 minutes. So 10 meters is your final velocity. U is your initial velocity, that is comes to our body when it is at rest. This word will come into play, will there in your questions. So likewise U is initial, V is final, and acceleration is what? That I have told you, the rate of change of velocity. Means final velocity minus initial velocity upon time. Means you are starting your body at rest and you are reaching at final velocity in such period of time. So by taking the difference and divided by time, you can calculate the acceleration. So these three will play a very important role in this chapter, and you should know all the Newton's law. Means what I have told you earlier, the three laws, the Newton's first law, second law and the third law. And second law I have shown you the mathematical expression also. that is F equals to ma. Second law is very much important. The rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to the force applied across its end. So F is directly proportional to A, and if we remove the directly proportional sign to equals to, then one constant will come. That constant is m, that is mass, and the product of mass and acceleration is force. So if anybody asks you define force, you can also define like the product of mass and acceleration is known as force, and the SI unit of force is Newton, and the serious unit of force is dyne. Okay, so you should know these three expressions, and you should learn those three: Newton's law, Newton's first law, Newton's second law, Newton's third law. Third law is very easy. To every action there is equal and opposite reaction, but action on one body and reaction on another body. The action and reaction will not occur at the same body. If it is occurring at the same body, then there Newton's third law of motion is not following. So right now I will end this video over here, because no more is there in this, because these three you have to learn. You have to learn the three laws of motion, and rest you will do accordingly. So thank you very much, and just like and subscribe my channel and follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you.